Alright, what's going on, guys? I just want to do a quick overview of Bitcoin while I'm on my break for work. So, here's the current situation. As you can see, the fuck is that noise? Alright, whatever, I'll just continue anyways. You can see overall, it's still in a bear market right now. The current formation that it's in a essentially a triangle. Bitcoin's just dancing around. As you can see, it's been rejected multiple times. Once here, twice here, testing that resistance. Potentially one more time over here. The only thing that concerns me is the fact that Bitcoin is potentially forming a death cross in the daily chart. That is the cross of the 200-day moving average with the 50-day moving average. Bitcoin volume has been diminishing recently, as well as market cap. Another thing that's concerned me. I feel that Bitcoin, it would be potentially risky to be purchasing here because of the fact that we do have this 50-day moving average acting as a resistance, along with the 50-day, along with this diagonal resistance here from the triangle formation that it has formed. In my opinion, I would wait for confirmation of a breakout. The first confirmation would be the break of $10,000 right around this level, and the definite confirmation or the place where you would add to your position would be right at the break of $12,000. These breaks that I'm suggesting are pretty much the suggestions are being provided given that volume is there. You don't want to be buying if the volume sucks and it's diminishing. You want to make sure that there is buying interest in Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does get rejected, which I think it may potentially get rejected, my intention is not to spread fear. It's only just to provide advice for you guys to consider when investing. Is if it does indeed get rejected by these MAs or this resistance right over here, there is the potential that Bitcoin will form a inverted cup, which would suggest that the 6,000 levels would be retested. We are actually seeing Bitcoin make a push right now. Let me just note where this resistance is on the daily. Let's see if it can get tested while we're recording this video and see how it behaves. Let's check the 5-minute chart. I do see a push potentially happening here. Volume is absolute trash, but I do see a little cup that I just made. It's testing this resistance over here at the 9150 level. Could see a potential move up. See where that resistance comes into play. 30-minute chart. Bitcoin likes to sell off right around the 60 point on the RSI. Honestly, I do think that Bitcoin will get rejected right around this 94 mark. I think this is where bears will look to short Bitcoin. This suggestion of the $10,000 break is in relation to time. So given the time that we are in, if this does push 10,000, you would see a push, but you have to understand the longer that it stays in this triangle. Let's just say, for example, Bitcoin falls over here and makes a push up, the resistance would be right around this level. So let's just say, in theory, it was to push up and test right over here. You would look to see if 8,800 could break. If it could break out of this bearish formation, you will see a nice push, and it would be a daily breakout. You would see nice volume come in. So just keep in mind that the suggestions that I have made are related to time. Time is a variable, so the longer it stays in here, the lower that these breakout points would become as a result. Until then, I do not want to suggest that, let's see, actually it's kind of making a push here. Let's see if we can get that. It just broke 9150. I do think volume will come in right now and push Bitcoin up. Generally likes to do that. It likes to play the momentum, or people like to play the momentum, that is. just for everybody's safety. I know a lot of you guys want to go long. I do want to go long myself. I took a small position just to test it. Right around this breakout here, around the 8,700 level. I did it just to test and just see how it played out. I don't mind selling even, stupid as that may sound. My intention is not really to make a killing off this play. It's more so just to see how Bitcoin behaves, so that I could just track it with my account and just reference it here and there and see, hey, am I up, am I down? Just because when I'm at work, I don't really have the time to do any kind of analysis. If I were you guys, I know everybody's antsy because you're seeing all these videos on YouTube of every crypto person saying, oh, if you can invest in this coin, you would have made, if you invested $100 in Bitcoin in 2010, you would have been a millionaire right now. Well, who gives a fuck? It's 2018. I could give two shits about 2010. That's not going to make me want to invest right now. I like my money. I want to keep it. Just be patient. Sit on your hands. Play the technicals, because Bitcoin does play the technicals more so than altcoins. Altcoins are affected heavily by Bitcoin. Bitcoin is being traded now by investors, day traders like myself, and you also have futures involved. So this market will become a lot more manipulated. In my opinion, it's easier to bring Bitcoin down than it is to push it up, unless some kind of crazy catalyst comes out or buying volume. So as I said, I recommend that you guys just look for these key breaks out of this downtrend. Once it does, I would say it would be a good time to consider going long. Now, I don't want to be like every YouTuber out there and say buy the dip, because you don't just buy the dip in a bear market. That's how retards invest, and I feel like most of you guys have a brain, and I think you guys like your money, and I do not want to see you guys lose it. As much as I would love Bitcoin to go through the roof, let's all be realistic here. It's going down. It has been going down, and until it breaks out this formation, I will not go long. I do not recommend going long, because if Bitcoin does get rejected, I see one nice inverted cup potentially forming and a possible retest of $6,000. So just keep these in mind. I'm not providing financial advice. I'm not telling you how to invest. I'm not promising that I am right. I'm just giving you guys my personal opinion, things to look at, and just to consider when looking into Bitcoin. I wish you guys success, and I hope you guys kill it. Thanks for tuning in.